Here's your Farm and Ranch report from the Montana Ag Network.
Hi everybody, it's time for your Farm and Ranch news. Well, as the U.S. Wheat Associates Mexico Wheat Trade Conference continues here in Cancun, the latest numbers actually show that Mexico was the U.S. wheat industry's #1 customer last year. Vince Peterson is president of U.S. Wheat and says he looks for this trend to continue in the future, especially as the population continues to grow here in Latin America.
Mexico and South is a wheat deficient area. They right now import about 25 million tons of wheat total. That's about what we export in 1 year. And they're going to grow that up to probably 35 million tons over the next 20, 30 years. So it's a dynamic place. It's a growing market for us and someplace we need to be.
Over 50% of all U.S. wheat grown is exported. And for farmers like Kansas Wheat Commissioner Gary Miller-Shasky of Lakin, their bottom line depends on important export markets like Mexico.
The biggest import for wheat for Mexico is hard red winter, which is the majority of what we raise. And you can produce it, take it to a local elevator and take what you get, or we like to say we're trying to build up relationships with the buyers, the millers. Where we're at, it's a straight shot on the rail to Mexico, and this is our bread and butter is what it is.
The feeling is mutual, says Francisco Salas with Harinas, a wheat buyer in Chihuahua, Mexico.
Well, we have a long history of using U.S. wheat in the northern part of Mexico. Since we are really close, a lot of the procurement of wheat we do, it's from the railroad coming from Kansas into El Paso and then into Chihuahua, which is not far away. So we have a long history of getting wheat from Kansas, northern Oklahoma, and Texas. And it's a relationship we cherish a lot. We've been doing business from a long time before, and we're looking forward to uphold that for years to come.
Peterson says Mexican consumers are fueling the demand for more U.S. wheat here because they still want wheat products as part of their daily diet.
We fit right into the tortilla consumption in the north and the other kind of bread consumption. And then you've got a huge growing biscuit, cookie, cracker industry. In fact, if you go into most supermarkets in the U.S., you'll see Mexican varieties of those things on our shelves as well. So anyway, the trade is working. It's working well for us. We just have to make sure we continue to get it there.
As for the future of the new USMCA, attendees here at this conference remain hopeful that all three countries will eventually ratify the new trade agreement, therefore paving the way for increased export business for the entire U.S. wheat industry. Stay with us. We'll have more ag news right after this. Asian countries infected by African swine fever. In fact, a new report from CoBank says China and Southeast Asia are already expected to be facing a massive shortfall in animal protein supplies over the rest of this year and into 2020, and possibly for years to come. Keep in mind that China accounts for half of the world's pork production and consumption all by itself. And the Chinese breeding herd is down 22% from last year, and the overall hog herd numbers are down 21%. Certainly, a lot of eyes in the U.S. livestock industry are watching this African swine fever issue very carefully and how it's impacting the global protein industry. That's a look at your Farm and Ranch news from Cancun, Mexico. Have a great day.